Hi everyone, my name is Monica. Thank you very much for watching my video. Today I'd like to deliver a message which you need to hear right now. I will be asking this question really broadly, so it can be your romantic situations or your work situations, anything. If you have any questions, there might be the message or answer you seek for. And I will be doing 3 choices here. So please pick a ring. I will be pricing for number 1, number 2, and number 3. Okay, so for number 1, I will be pricing this crystal ring. Beautiful one. And for number 2, I will price this silver ring with the blue stone on it. And for number 3, I will be placing this flower ring with the pearl on it. Okay, and of course I will be writing down the timestamp in the description box below, so please use that times. And let's start from number 1. So if you are drawn to this number 1 ring here, let's see your situations or message. Okay, you have 8 of Cups in reverse and 7 of Wands. So maybe currently you are thinking of stopping this fight anymore and want to get out of this conflicting situation. So obviously some of you might have some conflict going on, or I think this conflict, if you have, it's about to end. It's about to end. And I see you've been working so hard and really seeking for the best way to go through this difficult time or this difficult situation. And finally, you are actually finding a way out of this conflict or any problems you have. And I think for everyone's good, it's something like it seems like a kind of drawback, or you feel like you may have lost something, or you paid a little much more than the other party or the other person. And for some of you, or your friends may say, you've taken too much, or like you are doing too much, or really it seems like reducing your profit. But I think it's the good choice for you. So eventually you find this damage or drawback was right decision, and you'll be just feeling okay in the really near future, very soon. Maybe you have learned a good lesson from this situation, and really nothing happens for no reasons. So really it's been really good lesson for everyone involved, but only who are willing to learn, you can learn. So it's really about the intention, and I think you know that you can learn from everything, and your life your life is just getting better and get better each time, and really you are progressing. Okay, so what's the message from the oracle card here? Right, growth, what I said. So definitely you've been learning something in a hard way maybe, but still it was meant to happen in your life, and nothing is too much. Once it happens in your life, everything is just in order. Okay, so let me read the message here. Growth. Seek out a mentor or guide. Take baby steps as you grow. Be willing to learn from others. Okay, so you have 2 Pegasus or unicorns here, and maybe this is you. The smaller one is you, and maybe even in a difficult situation here, maybe you had somebody who helps you or advise you. Well, it can be directly connected to the problems, or just your good friends who stands outside the problem, but you could have really good advice from that person or people, and you certainly feel you can just get through the situation even though it might have been really difficult. I really think yeah, you are already feeling positive, or you will be feeling much more positive in the really near future, and you find everything was really good lesson, and you feel really better you, or your everything has been improved. I see really a bright future coming into your life, and I'd like to say go for it, and congratulations. Maybe it's kind of too soon to say, but I really wanted to say that. Okay, so I hope this message made sense for you, and please tell me what's going on or what you felt about this message. I really appreciate any comments, requests, or advice. Thank you very much. Okay, so if you are drawn to this number 2 ring here, this is your message. Okay, so what's going on? You have Page of Pentacles and the Lovers in reverse. Okay, so having these cards here, I think some of you were having the moment to choose. You needed to make a decision about something. I'm not sure what. Maybe it was job related, whether you should stay in this company or you should search for another company to work for, or maybe you are thinking like you should take this offer or not. And still, I feel like you have been kind of indecisive here. Maybe let's say it's just for example, but this company pays you very well, but the job itself, it doesn't seem like interesting for you. You'd like to do something else, maybe. So that's why you can't make a decision for yourself yet. Still, you understand you need money to live on. And well, I think like you can make your decision based on like deciding time frame. So here I can't say like, okay, so if you don't feel like that, well, don't go for it. Well, because I really understand everyone needs money really to live, to make our life better. Well, it has to be the same for any relationships too, right? So if you are asking any questions about romantic relationships, well, of course, to go on a date, you need money, right? You maybe, it's really gender-free world, so really I'm not gonna say or don't believe in which one is just paying for the dinner, but anyway, let's say you'd like to buy a new dress for another date, right? Yeah, of course, everyone wants to look good, especially in front of the person you care about. Then you just need money to buy a new clothes also, new makeup or new bag or whatever. But of course, that's that kind of story just came out of my mouth, so maybe that can be the situation here. In the right moment, you can make your decision, of course, and that's gonna be a right decision for you. But for a while, maybe you can just think about how much you can invest or you should invest. So let's say, so this job offering is really good, especially concerning the money, the payment. And maybe you can say, okay, so let's give it 1 year or 2 years to work for, and you can just make a plan for saving money. then you can do whatever you want in a year or in 2 years. Well, it's just an example, so maybe you can just set your time frame for yourself. And I think in the future you will be really satisfied with what you have made up your mind right now. And also, if you are thinking like you can just go on a date with this person, or maybe leading your relationship to the next level, to start living together or even to get married, maybe you need to talk with this person a bit more. Especially, several people are involved, you need to talk and really seek for the best way for everyone. But anyway, so I really felt like it can be job related, and make your time fly and make your mind strong to do whatever you have decided. And in that way, you can just do better and best. Okay, so the oracle card says, wow, you have celebration here. Beautiful. So this is about making a decision, and of course, eventually you will make the right decision for you, for your life. It's gonna be the best decision here. So maybe you have the major moment here in your life. So you need to decide something very important for your life, but you can make the right, well, actually there is nothing wrong and right, but yes, you certainly will be satisfied with what you have made up your mind for here. If, well, sometimes you have not got enough time to think about, but I see kind of full moon here, so maybe you just can postpone the decision until next full moon if you're drawn to this moon here, and meditate and really if you like, talk to your friends or family members and get some advice, and of course you can just gather as much information as you can, but still it's you who's gonna make your decision in your life, of course. But really, maybe at the first sight, the approach, the offer doesn't seem so good for you, but maybe in a certain time frame you may find it really interesting and you are kind of enjoying. I think that can happen too. Okay, so I think it was about the making decisions, but well, think a bit more, then you know the answer for yourself. Okay, so I hope this message makes sense for you, and please tell me what you felt about this message. I really appreciate any comments, requests, or advice. Thank you very much. Okay, so let's go to number 3 here with this flowering. What's going on with you right now? Okay, so you have 8 of Pentacles and 6 of Swords in reverse. Right. So I think like you are thinking about leaving, but you can't because you have something you have been working really hard for, and you don't want to give them up yet. I don't think it's gonna apply for everyone, but I kind of sense like parting with some people or somebody. So maybe you or the other person, if you asked about the romantic relationship, maybe there is a moment to separate each other. I'm not sure if it's for good or just for temporary, but still, maybe you two are having a really great relationship together, but one of you has to move out because of the job related situation. That can be the case too. Or of course, one of you have to visit your family members who lives maybe even in abroad or something. But this time of the year, well, maybe moving around the world is not easy, so maybe that's why it's kind of stopping you to, you traveling or your partner traveling or something. If you've asked about the job situation, I think like you're kind of keeping up with the hard work and really tired and you really feel like you need a vacation. And I think you do, actually. And if you can just take some moments away from your work, and do whatever you please. You need good sleep. You can just be lazy in your room and you can just sit in front of the TV and watch favorite movies and eat, drink whatever you like, and that kind of relaxed moment you need, if that's the case for you. But still, eventually, this leaving moment is approaching here. So maybe you'd like to organize things you have been doing, or I'm not sure it's physical or mental, but still, there can be a change of something here. I think the change is the message here. And maybe it's not your best wish, but somehow it can happen here. It doesn't have to be like really physical parting or leaving, but like mentally, you may have some people around you changing. Maybe your friends are moving away from where you live right now, or maybe your friends start a new hobby or you start a new hobby, and really you kind of do not contact often with these friends much as before. That kind of separation here. But of course, you can always send cards, especially for the Christmas. So really, if you've asked about the friendship, I think it's really good to keep in touch with, even just for greeting cards. Please remember that. And really, I say, if this is the case for you, maybe you can just take some time off from your work and do whatever you like to relax. So maybe, especially for now, it's kind of a good idea to be alone and meditate and do what you really want. I don't think like chatting with people at this moment, so I'm not sure why. So maybe you do not need others' opinion right now. In this case, if possible, even for 1 hour, maybe you'd like to turn your iPhones off so you do not hear any beeps or calling from your friends, families. Really, you might need some moment with complete silence here. Maybe you are overwhelmed with the information, I'm not sure what, but I just heard, so I think that might be the case. Still, I see the dark sky for both of these cars, but of course, the sun will rise again and the clouds will all be gone, and you see the sun and the bright blue sky again, then you know what you want to do, or if you can just keep going on with this situation. Well, I think your mind will be really clear and comfortable, easier when the time is right. Okay, so what's the message from the oracle card here? Okay, you have this beautiful leadership here. Let me read the message here. Step into your leadership. Share your message. Inspire and empower others. Beautiful. Okay, so I was saying like working alone, or you don't need others' opinion here, because you already know what you are doing and what you want. And well, since this one just came out in reverse here, so honestly, maybe you do not want to leave. Maybe you feel like you are forced to leave. so you are kind of thinking like, okay, I'm supposed to do this or I'm supposed not to do this, and that kind of feeling is kind of depressing you here. But you are okay to follow your heart, to do whatever you want. Of course, it's really free will to listen to others' opinions and Google for the information and really gather lots of information and compare. But you are not the person to be like how can I say, to follow others' opinions, right? So you know what you want always, and so you can just make your mind by yourself and for yourself. So I think that's a really good way. And if you are moving away, well, mentally, physically, I'm not sure, but the next step for you is to take the leadership here. I think this is a leadership for your life. So I think really new fresh start here. So maybe you've been working in a company or you've been just doing the job what you are told to do. But from now on, maybe you start your own creative work. So I think that can be the energy here. So you might be leaving the company here and starting your own business, or you are starting really creatively your job. You can be a YouTuber or like card leader like this one, or really you might be painting, making stuff, cooking, I don't know what, but I think you can just work by yourself and you really find it really enjoyable, and I think that's the way you should be, you're supposed to be. You can feel like that. Okay, so this is really powerful. So if you're thinking about starting a new business or going to a new place, it can be any situations, but I hope this message makes sense for you. And really, I say you will achieve a great goal in time. Okay, so I hope this message makes sense for you, and please tell me what you felt or what you thought about this message. I really appreciate any comments, requests, or advice. Thank you very much for watching my video. Bye.